Through the magic alchemy of nature's most awesome sources of energy, Ray Palmer, atomic physicist, becomes the Atom, a power-packed mighty might, whose brilliant mind and great strength serve law and order against crime and injustice. Tiny Titan, scourge of evildoers, the Atom.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's that time of year again, free comic book day. I've already watched some of your videos and love everybody's haul so far, so I figured why not show mine. So first off, I'll show you like all the new free comic book day stuff I got, and then I'll get into my haul. Live in Western New York. Shops around me typically don't have a whole lot of books to choose from, so went down to Erie, Pennsylvania, where I went last year with a buddy of mine. They have some really good sales down there on back issues, like 40% off back issues, 20% off like supplies and figures and anything you can imagine. But they also have membership services. You get a pull list or whatever, but they always have members only sales a few times a year. So it's normally $20 a whole year for membership. Today everything was $10, and then I think you do the early bird in October, you can renew it for $8. So I got the membership service for one reason, and it was definitely worth it. It was $10. Upstairs, normally all the back issues are $1, and then the last Saturday of I think every month for members are 50 cents. But today everything was $3 for $1. So I don't mind the hour drive. But my friend, unfortunately, his father's in the hospital, so I'd like to wish him a speedy recovery there. So I picked him up a couple books that he wanted. I wasn't really going for free comic books. I was only going for the back issues. So I picked up Secret Wars for him, and I just picked up the Divergence. And I saw on Facebook that this is actually listed on eBay for like $7 or $7.50 or something like that. It's ridiculous. And then when I came home, I stopped at a little store in my town, which last year they had very little bit to choose from. And this year I was surprised they had tons of books to choose from. So I went in there right around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and you pick any three. So I picked up Captain Canuck, 0. Picked up Terrible Lizard. And for me and my son, Scooby-Doo Team Up and Teen Titans Go. He likes watching that show, so I like watching it with him, but he'll enjoy that. And then it's pretty cool. I was talking to the one kid, Zach. He told me $3 for pick any 3, and the guy in the back said, I'm going to sneeze. Ooh, excuse me. He said, come back after 7. Ooh, excuse me. He said, come back after 7 o'clock. You can pick as many as you want. So what the hell? So I went back after 7. Well, in the meantime, I jumped on Facebook, and King Joe had posted that he missed like 14 issues that he was still looking for. So I told him, I said, well, hey, when I go, I'll see what I can pick up for you. So this is what I picked up when I went back. I picked up pretty much every book they had. Got a couple doubles, but that's okay. I'm not going to go through all these. But this is the stack I got for King Joe. There's a bunch there. There's one on the list that I don't think I had, but there was this. He needed a Stuff a Legend that I didn't realize it was the back of this one. So I got almost everything he needed on his list. So me and him are going to try to. If I don't send these to him, I'm going to wait till this summer. We've been working on a trade for a while, so hopefully this summer we can get together and meet up somewhere. I think if we meet in the middle somewhere, it's like 2.5 hours for both of us. So we're going to try to meet somewhere and get that trade going. So, like I said, I'm going to get to my little haul video here I got. Like I said, everything you're going to see here is 33 cents a piece. Nothing eye-popping, outrageous, just a bunch of issues, fillers. I filled a lot of holes in, Finished some runs off, and got some. I like my stuff that I got. So, I think about a year ago, early last year, I picked up a box of comics free from Craigslist. And one of the books in there was this book called Rokin, R-O-K-K-I-N, from Wildstorm, issues 1 and 2, which I read and I really liked it. So I picked up the rest of them today. So there's issue 3, issue 4, which is odd because all of them say, this one says 3 is 6, this one only says issue 4. So I'm assuming it's part of the same series, because this one says 5 of 6, and this one says 6 of 6. So I'm hoping that's all the same, and I finished it off, so I can read those. And that same box was a couple issues of this series from Cliffhanger called High Roads. And I read the first 5, thinking I had number 6. Got to the end and I didn't have 6. So I picked up number 6 today. So you can find these cheap. If you ever find these, definitely recommend the story. I like it. So don't recommend too many things. That's one I recommend. And then thanks to Mr. Tony Wine on Art, he had sent me issue 2 of Scout, and I like that. I didn't read the whole thing, but what I read and what I flipped through, I really like. It's from like 86. This one came out, so I'm assuming it's from 85, 86. Timothy Truman art, which is really, I mean, I like this 80s stuff. I just love the art in this. This is issue number 9. Love that cover. Got a big monster truck on there. 9. 14, I know Mr. Scott. Scott X1307. I always forget the numbers. There's number 14. He's a big fan. I think he's got almost a whole run of this. And last week I passed up like almost a whole run of these for $1. So, but I got these for 33 cents. So that's all kind of the independent stuff I got. I know some Marvel stuff. Like I said, just some filler stuff. Finished off this issue from the 90s. Don't judge me, but I liked it in the 90s. I love this. I started reading some of the New Warrior stuff, so I kind of transferred over to Night Thrasher. Number 14. Number 15 with the Hulk. These are kind of hard to find. I've been looking for these for years, and I haven't really found these. So I found them all today. Number 19. This is these later ones. 19, 20. And the last issue, 21. So, digging that. And then I found issue 1 of this in one of those little grab bags, 10 for, was like $6 I think I got it for at TJ Maxx. I was really surprised to find issue 1 of this. I was very surprised to find issue 2 of Sunfire and Big Hero 6 today. So I got that for 33 cents. So I get nothing crazy, but I like it. And I have some DC stuff that I picked up. Again, working on some of my Hawkman stuff. Issue 25. And issue 26. And these are pretty much beat to crap, but they finish off my run of Black Lightning. So number 10. And as Gimpy would say, this thing has been in somebody's butt. But issue 11 finishes off my run of that. So these 2 issues bring me down to needing one more issue of this run. A lot of people don't like this art on this book, but I have since it came out. And I like Plastic Man. Number 17. And, oops, issue 20. So all I need is issue 10 to finish that off. And then I said everything was $3 for $1, so just to kind of make an even dollar, I grabbed, I think it's what, 152? 152, 1979, Jim Aparo art. Love him. It's a Whitman variant of Raven the Bold, 152, with the Atom. The guy down there. So I'm digging that. So then, what was easier for me this year, this is how I keep my list, just on some paper, spreadsheet, but it was all jumbled before. So this year I put in alphabetical order, which made it nice. I can kind of move around the whole store. Everything's in alphabetical order. Made things a lot easier this year. But ever since I finished, now that I finished Cap, I don't know what I'm going to collect up. So I'm finishing runs off, which was one of my priorities this year. And another thing was to not so much focus on characters or certain runs, but work on writers and artists and things that I like. So probably for a lot of people, besides myself included, when the Brubaker run of Captain America came out, everybody loved it. I mean, obviously he's one of the most acclaimed runs on Captain America, I guess you can say. But not only with Brubaker, but the artist Steve Epting. And before this came out, I mean, I was really down on Captain America. After 9/11, everything was like, gotta fight terrorists. But this brought everything back. Loved it. I've read most of these issues twice. So I figured, why not get some Brubaker stuff, which I have. I picked up some Authority stuff and some Fatale stuff and a bunch of other things. But then I started looking into Steve Epting art stuff. He did a lot of stuff on Avengers, did Aquaman, all kinds of stuff. So I actually have a Epting page on my list, and I was actually surprised to find some stuff today. So, say go back to Brubaker. I was going through a list and I said everything's alphabetical order, and I happened to look down and see this. I was like, wow, okay, maybe I'll see what they have and pick up some issues. Didn't know anything about it, but it's a Brubaker book, so it can't be that bad. So I picked up issues 1 of the Dead Enders. I don't know anything about it, but it's Brubaker, so I'm gonna love it. Picked up 1. I think there's 16 issues in this volume, in this series. 2. 3. Over here. 4. I love that cover. Issue 5. I was only going to pick up 1 through 5, just to see where my budget fell. And then I had some money left over, so I went back and picked up issues 8, 11, and 14. So if anybody knows anything about the series, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And then, like I said, it's Brubaker, so I'm definitely going to enjoy the writing. I flipped through it. I think the art was pretty good. And I said the other person I liked was Steve Epting. And I know Scott X1307 is going to appreciate this. I'm sure he has his issue. But this is Nexus issue 57. A lot of people like Adam Hughes' cover. But Steve Epting didn't write this story. He did a story in the back called Judah the Hammer. I believe this is Steve Epting's first work in a comic book, from what I got off his data page, what do you want to call Wikipedia page. But I think this is his very first story he ever did. Just a 6-issue story. It ran a few issues in Nexus. I'm not sure exactly how many. I have the list there, but yeah. So that's pretty cool. So that story led to this. This is Hammer of God. These are from First Comics. It's a 4-issue series. So I get issues, same character, Judah the Hammer. There's 1. Didn't have 2, but I picked up 3. And issue 4. I'll show you some interior stuff on this. I'll find a decent page here. Maybe not. Tell me when I look for interior art paper, a nice page, you really can't find anything. Let's see if I can find something. There's never anything. But I do just show random pages. Just some random pages. So, liked his artwork on Cap. So trying to get back into his other stuff. And then that series led to this 2-book series, Hammer the God, Sword of Justice. Now, this is a $5 book, one of the nice prestige format books. This thing has never been opened. This thing is like brand spanking new. And Epting did this painted cover, which is pretty sweet. So hopefully I can find issue 1 of that. And then, like I said, I was going just through his comic database and pulling out some pretty cool things. And one other thing I found was there's 25 issues in this series. I don't really get into many cross-gen comics, but this looked pretty cool. And there's Mark Waid and Steve Epting on it in this Crux. So don't know anything about it, but they had issue 1, so I figured I'd read it. And if I like it, I can get the rest of them. If not, then it's no big deal. Still get issue 1. And then there's this pretty cool series that I see. He just did the covers for these, but always liked the character, and these covers are awesome. So it's The Vision. What year? I don't remember what year this was. This is from the 94 maybe. But he did all the covers for these. It's issue 1. This cover's awesome. Issue 2. Issue number 3. And finally issue 4. So yeah, that's it. That's my stuff for today. Okay, that was weird. But like I was saying, that's what I picked up today. I hope everybody got to their comic book shop today, picked up what they wanted. If not, let me know. Let me know what books that you didn't get that you wanted, and maybe I can pick them up for you. Don't know when I get around to sending them to you, but you can still let me know. Like I said, the store I went to he's gonna get more books in from one of the other stores and bring them up here, and they'll just lay them out and I'll pick them up. So if you missed anything, let me know, and I'll try to pick it up to you. So another free comic book day in the books. Already planning what I'm gonna get next year if I go back to the sale. I have a ton of stuff. So that's all for now. See you next one. Thanks. Bye.